In the deep recesses of time, many creatures roamed the earth, giants whose names we can only whisper in awe. Some vanished in the blink of an eye while others slowly disappeared, their existence only hinted at by fossils buried in the earth's embrace. But what if we told you that some of these creatures could come back? In a world where science is constantly pushing boundaries, the possibility of resurrecting extinct animals is no longer confined to the realm of science fiction. Scientists are not just studying the past, they're working tirelessly to revive it. Through the magic of genetic engineering and groundbreaking advancements in biotechnology, the hope of bringing extinct species back from the dead is closer than ever. These projects, known as de-extinction, aim to bring back species that once roamed the earth but vanished due to natural disasters, climate change, or human activity. Today, we'll dive into the stories of 10 extinct animals that scientists are hoping to bring back, exploring the science behind their resurrection, the reasons why they're worth reviving, and the ethical dilemmas these projects pose. From colossal mammoths to the mysterious passenger pigeon, these creatures might just hold the key to saving our planet. When we think of the Ice Age, one creature often stands out in our minds: the woolly mammoth. This massive, hairy, elephant-like mammal roamed the northern tundra, dominating the landscape. Their long, curved tusks and shaggy fur were perfectly adapted to the cold, harsh climates. But like so many species, the mammoth eventually disappeared from the earth. The mammoth's extinction around 4,000 years ago was caused by a combination of climate change and hunting by early humans. As the earth warmed, the mammoth's icy habitat started to shrink, leaving them vulnerable. Some scientists believe that overhunting by humans may have been a significant factor in their disappearance. However, the cause of their extinction remains a topic of intense debate. But why do scientists want to bring them back? The idea of reviving the mammoth has become a symbol of the potential of genetic engineering. The project that aims to resurrect the woolly mammoth is led by scientists working with the DNA of the mammoth. They're using a technique called genetic resurrection, which involves taking the mammoth's DNA and combining it with the DNA of its closest living relative, the Asian elephant. The result could be a creature that closely resembles the mammoth, with a blend of ancient and modern traits.
By editing the DNA of an Asian elephant and adding mammoth genes, we can create a hybrid that has the characteristics of both species. It's a way to bring back the traits of the mammoth, like its thick fur, cold-resistant adaptations, and large size.
But bringing the mammoth back is more than just an experiment in genetic engineering. It's a mission to restore the Earth's balance. Some scientists believe that mammoths played a crucial role in shaping the ecosystem of the tundra. Their massive bodies and grazing habits helped maintain the grasslands, preventing the spread of trees and keeping the land open for other species to thrive. With the rise of climate change and the melting of the permafrost, the Arctic landscape is undergoing a dramatic transformation. Researchers are hopeful that reintroducing mammoths could help restore the grasslands, keep the carbon locked in the permafrost, and even mitigate climate change by promoting the growth of vegetation that absorbs carbon dioxide.
If we can reintroduce creatures like the mammoth, we can restore the natural balance of the ecosystem. These animals were a key part of the environment, and their return could be the solution to many of the challenges we face today, including the melting of the permafrost and the release of stored carbon.
It's a bold claim, but with every experiment, the dream of a mammoth walking the earth again becomes one step closer to reality. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, the question remains: could the revival of the woolly mammoth be the key to saving our planet? In the early 20th century, millions of passenger pigeons filled the skies across North America. These birds were once so abundant that they darkened the sky in massive flocks. But by 1914, the last known passenger pigeon, named Martha, died in captivity. What caused the rapid extinction of this species? Overhunting and habitat destruction played a significant role in the demise of the passenger pigeon. These birds were hunted for food and sport, and their natural habitat was increasingly destroyed as human development spread across the continent. The pigeons, once so numerous, could not recover from the rapid loss of their environment. The revival of the passenger pigeon is a project that many scientists are currently pursuing. By using preserved DNA samples and cutting-edge cloning technology, researchers are working to bring this iconic species back to life. The hope is that, in doing so, we can learn more about the environmental changes that led to their extinction and how we can protect other species from a similar fate. But the reintroduction of the passenger pigeon could also help restore ecosystems. Once abundant, these pigeons played an important role in the dispersal of seeds, contributing to the health of forest ecosystems. By bringing them back, scientists hope to restore an ecological balance that has been lost for over a century.
The passenger pigeon had a significant impact on the forest landscape. By dispersing seeds, they helped grow new plants and trees. Their return could help regenerate these habitats and restore the biodiversity that was lost.
The dodo, an iconic symbol of extinction, once roamed the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. With its awkward gait and inability to fly, the dodo seemed like an easy target for the sailors who arrived in the 16th century. Within just a few decades of human contact, the dodo became extinct. But could we see this flightless bird once again? Some scientists believe that by extracting the dodo's DNA from preserved remains and combining it with that of its closest relative, the Nicobar pigeon, they may be able to revive it. In doing so, they could uncover more about the dynamics of island ecosystems and the role species like the dodo played in maintaining them.
The dodo was a unique species that evolved in isolation. By bringing it back, we can not only learn about how it adapted to its environment, but also help in understanding how we can protect other species that are under threat due to human activity.
While the dodo's return may never fully restore the island's ecosystem to what it once was, its resurrection could be a lesson on the fragility of life in an ever-changing world. The Thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, was one of the most fascinating creatures of the Australian wilderness. With its dog-like body, stripes across its back, and a pouch like a marsupial, it seemed like the perfect blend of nature's mysteries. Sadly, the Thylacine was hunted to extinction by the early 20th century. The Thylacine's extinction was largely due to hunting, competition with introduced species like the dingo, and habitat destruction. But efforts to bring it back are underway. Using advanced cloning techniques, scientists are extracting DNA from preserved Thylacine specimens and attempting to regenerate the species.
Through cloning, we're trying to recreate the Thylacine. This project not only aims to bring back a species but also to better understand the genetic foundation of extinct animals, potentially offering insights into the conservation of other endangered species.
Reviving the Thylacine could also help restore Australia's biodiversity, where the loss of this apex predator has left an ecological void. Its return may restore balance in an environment that has since become dominated by introduced species. The great auk, once found in the North Atlantic, was a flightless seabird that thrived along coastal cliffs. Due to overhunting for its feathers, meat, and eggs, the great auk became extinct in the mid-1800s. Efforts to bring back the great auk are still in their infancy. Scientists are working with preserved eggs and DNA from the auk to understand the genetic code of this remarkable bird. With the use of CRISPR technology, they hope to reintroduce its traits in living relatives, such as the razorbill.
By studying the DNA of the great auk, we hope to better understand its unique adaptations and find ways to reintroduce its characteristics into its closest relatives, possibly restoring it to its former habitat.
Restoring the great auk could help scientists unlock secrets of past ecosystems, offering clues on how to protect other threatened seabird species today. The moa, a flightless bird native to New Zealand, was one of the largest birds to ever exist. Standing up to 12 feet tall, the moa was an essential part of New Zealand's ecosystem before it was driven to extinction by the arrival of the Polynesian settlers, who hunted it for food. Bringing back the moa is not just a matter of cloning, it's a question of ecological restoration. By reintroducing moas into New Zealand's ecosystems, scientists hope to restore an important ecological balance that was lost with their extinction.
The moa was a keystone species, and its extinction dramatically altered the landscape. Bringing it back could help regenerate forests and restore the rich biodiversity of the region.
With its massive, fearsome canines, the saber-tooth tiger or Smilodon, was one of the top predators of the Pleistocene epoch. This apex predator was wiped out around 10,000 years ago, likely due to climate change and the disappearance of its prey. Reviving Smilodon is a monumental challenge for scientists. By extracting DNA from preserved remains found in the frozen ground of Siberia, they are hoping to one day recreate this majestic predator through cloning or gene editing. The revival of Smilodon would help scientists understand the relationships between ancient predators and their prey.
Restoring Smilodon could help us better understand the ecological roles of extinct predators and how they influence the evolution of other species.
The Pinta Island tortoise, once native to the Galapagos Islands, was believed to have gone extinct in the 20th century due to human impact. The last known tortoise, Lonesome George, died in 2012, but scientists hope to bring the species back. Through the study of genetic material and the use of breeding programs with related tortoises, researchers are working to revive the Pinta Island tortoise. Reviving this species would not only preserve a piece of history but also help restore the delicate ecosystems of the Galapagos.
By bringing back the Pinta Island tortoise, we can restore the ecological balance of the islands and protect the native plant life that was once at risk.
Made famous by the animated film Rio, the Spix's macaw, or little blue macaw, was declared extinct in the wild in 2000 due to habitat destruction and illegal trapping for the pet trade. But hope shines brightly for this brightly colored bird. Conservationists have successfully bred the Spix's macaw in captivity, and efforts are underway to release a small population back into the wild. With the help of a dedicated global effort, the Spix's macaw could return to the skies in the near future.
The reintroduction of the Spix's macaw represents a significant step in bird conservation. It shows that through careful breeding and ecological restoration, extinct species can find a second chance.
These 10 extinct animals represent the possibilities and the promises of de-extinction. With modern science pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible, the dream of reviving these lost species is becoming a reality. However, the road ahead is not without its challenges. From ethical considerations to ecological balance, the resurrection of extinct creatures is a monumental task. But if we can bring back these ancient giants, it might not just be about resurrecting the past. It's about creating a better future. A future where we learn from our mistakes and work with nature to restore balance. The world is changing, and with it, our understanding of what's possible. The journey of de-extinction has only just begun. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through time. Until next time, remember, the past holds the keys to the future, and the future is in our hands.